Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tushar Mehta. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and your faculty of orthopedics. Well, this question is doing rounds on social media and many platforms for last few hours. I thought not only I'll address the question, its answer, well, but I'll address the entire topic. So we are talking about a very interesting topic here called reimplantation. In simple way, it is called replantation. That means restoring a life to the lifeless extremity. So, whenever you are having an amputated digit or a part of digit, then the first most important thing that one needs to be careful about is transportation. Certain do's, certain don'ts. The first important thing during transportation is that stabilize the patient overall as a whole. That's the first priority. After that, you have the digit, the amputated digit or the part of it. Please do not let it go in direct touch with the ice. Some people have this kind of understanding that put it on the ice cube or I put ice cube directly on it. No, never ever do that. No direct contact with the ice. Timely transportation is important. Now please try to understand timely transportation. What do you mean by that? So there is a concept which is being asked to me. What is ischemia time? So please try to understand that when we talk about ischemia time, there is a warm ischemia time, there is a cold ischemia time. Till what time? Till what time a digit can survive has been that time is of two types. If you keep it in a warm environment, that duration will be 6 to 12 hours, precisely 12 hours. But if you keep that into cold circumstances, then that cold ischemia time is 12 to 24 hours. To be more precise, it is 24 hours. So you can understand it like this, that a digit can survive warm ischemia time up to 12 hours and cold ischemia time up to 24 hours, although muscles are a little different. Muscles do not have more than 6 hours. Muscle के लिए cold ischemia time is around 6 hours. So again, I would like to mention that you have to stabilize the patient first. You have to make sure that does not come in contact with the directly into the eyes contact. Third, ischemia time has to be respected. Warm ischemia 6 to 12 hours, cold ischemia 12 to 24 hours. Muscle will not go beyond 6 hours. And they have told you that how you have to put an amputated part in a saline gauze, moist gauze, and then you have to put that into a sealed pack, and that pack has to go into the ice slurry. I'll make it even more simple. So please try to understand this entire sequence, that there is a digit or an amputated digit. So first thing is to put it under fresh water to remove as much contaminants as possible if it happens on the field, on the ground, anywhere. Then you have to wrap it up in a moist bandage and a moist gauze. Then you have to put that moist bandage or gauze with the amputated digit into a plastic dry bag, and then you have to put that bag into another bag with ice, as I mentioned earlier. This is about the transportation, this is about the primary care. Now the definitive center of reimplantation should have an efficient transportation system, should have an efficient microsurgical team, microvascular surgeons, because nerve injury, nerve repair, vascular repair, they need microsurgery. Should have an equipped emergency room staff to take care of the basic things. Of course, you need anesthetist, you need a dedicated OR, you need a proper microscope for the microsurgical stuff. Then, as I said, all these sutures and instruments and microscopes. Then post-op care and monitoring, all sort of oximeters are important. Then post reimplantation, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and eventually psychologist. So if at all you have to develop a reimplantation center, these are the do's that one needs to take care of. What are the indications for reimplantation? First of all, absolute indication, strong indication. The one thing that I've always believed in is in a multiple digit amputation. Single digit amputation, I don't say that doesn't mean that you cannot reimplant and you should not reimplant a single digit. You should do that, even that you should even do that. But if it is a multiple digit amputation, the extremity, the hand or a part of that hand becomes almost useless. So multiple digit amputation is a very strong indication for repair. Thumb is a very, very vital finger. I know it's the fifth finger, but the most important one, because rest of the four fingers are useless if you don't have a thumb. So thumb amputation should be reimplanted as well. If I say multiple digit amputation, then of course I mean the whole hand transcarpal amputation also. So amputated part in a child is again very important. See, there are a couple of other strong indications also, but I don't want to highlight them. I just want to highlight if it's a child, if it's a whole hand amputation, if it's a multiple digit amputation, if it's a thumb amputation. Relative indication, okay, what they have mentioned, you can go through it, but believe me, only four indications are important: whole hand, child, multiple digit, and the most important is thumb. What are the contraindications? See, when we talk about contraindication, any contraindication is absolute if it is a life threatening injury. Now, when I say life threatening injury, what does that mean? See, please try to understand that, there is some cerebrovascular contusion. I think that needs to be taken care of rather than reimplantation of a digit. A person can live without a digit but cannot live without brain, heart, or any other life threatening injury. So, you should not even think about it if there is a life threatening injury. That's the first absolute indication. The second, absolute contraindication. The second absolute contraindication is multiple medical comorbidities. Uncontrolled diabetes, where your entire effort will go into vain because of the infection, it won't survive. So this is another contraindication. Relative contraindications, they have mentioned a lot of them. Let's not go into their detail, just remember the absolute ones. Now, when we talk about the operative sequence, in the operative sequence, always remember a mnemonic, and that mnemonic says be fan of VS. The first structure to be repaired was, is, and will always remain bone. The second structure will always remain extensor tendon. The third structure will always remain flexor tendon. The fourth structure will always remain artery. The next structure will always remain nerve. The next one will always remain vein, and the last one will always remain skin. So, if they ask you that during reimplantation or reattachment of a digit, amputated one, the first structure to be repaired is always, come on, speak up, bone. But most crucial repair is always repair of artery. See, you have to understand, I give you two things. First to be reconstructed is bone. Most crucial reconstruction is basically of artery. This is different. This is different. The first one in sequence is bone. The most crucial one is artery. Now, some of you might have this question that why not, why bone as the first, why not artery? I always give this example in all my lectures for last almost 15 years, that you have a train, you have a track, train runs on a track. For some reason, the track and the train, they go boom. Now, repair work is started. In repair work, I have a very simple question: what will you repair first, train or track? Of course, you will repair track, so that train can run on it. So, bone is like a track on which the train of arteries and veins and tendons and nerves, they all run on it. You have to have a stable construct. You have to have a stable bone so that you can repair rest of the organs, rest of the arteries and everything on it. So, first structure to be repaired will always remain the bone. Never ever a single iota of confusion in that. So I think this clears your doubt, and not only it clears your doubt, but it tells you that what is the do's and don'ts of transportation, and how do you develop a reimplantation center, what are the indications and contraindications in brief. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more such questions and their video explanations. Bye bye.